I've been learning how to trade for the past 5 years. I took it upon myself to start a small account challenge. I have $2,500 in my Thinkorswim account, and I'm gonna see how much I can grow it. I'm gonna try to 2x it and even 10x it. Follow me on this process and let's see how much I can grow this account. All right, so I wanted to talk about today. The trading day right out of the gate kind of started tanking. And normally, I don't want to take trades during a market that's on the downside, specifically because when I do puts or do sales, I usually like taking profits quickly because, as you can see, the market can quickly jump back up. And that's one thing that I don't like doing puts because it can't fall forever. There seems to be more of a perma bull, so I'm always waiting for the market to go back up. So when I do any kind of puts, I take profits quickly. And since I'm taking profits quickly, I only had 3 day trades within this margin account because it's a small account. And last thing I want to do is be taking small trades. I also want to make sure that if the potential is there for me to hold for the next day, I would do that to preserve my 3 day trade. So most of the time on stuff like this, what I'm going to try to do is these 3 day trades, I am going to try to use them as less as possible. More than likely, if I see the trend reversing quickly, I may take the trade that day, therefore reducing this. But it all depends. As you can see, this was today. The market did sharply, go down. We had a lot of selling today, and then it started bouncing up. But the reason I didn't take any day trades is, for one, right here, this is Spotify. Spotify was probably like the best one that I saw to take a day trade. As you can see, it had this awesome little W pattern, and then it bounced off of here. And it bounced off again and made this nice little run up. I did like that, especially because the volume here started kind of picking up when it came to the buying. The only reason I did not take it is because the open interest on Spotify was absolutely horrible. As you can see, the open interest is kind of low in comparison to, let's say, the SPY, which is going to be a lot higher. So open interest is just easier to get in and out of the actual options trade. And since I'm buying options in this, that's the reason why I want a high open interest. So Spotify was definitely on my list. And before I begin, the reason why I had Spotify, Shoe, which is Steve Madden, and Six Flags was because they have earnings tomorrow. And normally when there's earnings the next day or even that whole week before the earnings, there's a lot more volatility. And that's the only reason that I wanted to, look into these. So that's why I had those today. As you can see, Madden just kind of traded within this little area here. So there was no trades for Steve Madden. Six Flags, I didn't like the setups. I saw it here when it was breaking out, and I was really liking it because I was expecting, okay, once it retests here, it's going to, shoot up because this is an ascending triangle. Let's try it right here. See how it's a little... And it was looking awesome. But then I saw that next volume come in and kind of go right back down from where it started. And I was like, nope, that's not going to do any good. Then, of course, I saw this little guy right here, and it didn't break above. It kept going down. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Never mind. I just forgot about Six Flags. It did its thing. It went up a little bit. It went up about 50 cents. What is that? Yeah, 58 cents. So nothing too crazy. I didn't like that at all. NEO. Normally I trade NEO quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I would have probably have done a put on this one. The only thing is that on my other account, I did have a call option on it because I was liking the way this was setting up. But this morning, everything took a nosedive, so I got out of it for a small loss. Either which way, it never did anything I liked it to do till the very end. Here, I didn't get in with this account because it was already later in the day. This was already at 1 o'clock, and like I said, I want good setups, and I want it to last me throughout the day because I do want to make get a bigger reward. In this case, it was a nice setup. As you can tell, it made this little W again. I didn't like the way the W closed, but it did come back and it started rallying up. So it was a good trade. I did not take it, but if we would have right there, it's an 87-cent change. 87 cents. So that would have been an awesome run up. Like I said, the markets right now was still on this downtrend and it would be going against the trend. So I don't like that very much, not on a small account. I don't want to go against the trend on a small account, which I did do on my other account. I did take this trade on my other account, which was Fubo. Now, Fubo was already in a downtrend. I like Fubo a lot, so I have played it numerous times, especially when it's against the trend, and Fubo is just good to me. So it did the same thing as everything else. It went down, came up, made that little W, went up, and then retested before it shot back up. I took it right here. So I took it right here, right out of this little breakout, and I was able to close it out right here for a $250 profit total, because I bought 10 calls on my previous account, on my other account. I bought 10 calls and I cashed out 5 halfway right here because it hit that resistance, and I let the rest ride. Now, the reason why I only got 10 calls, like I said, it's going against the trend. And even though Fubo has always been good to me, I want to, I don't want to do risky calls. And I'm more of somebody that's going to take less risk, but get a good reward. I could have left it in. As a matter of fact, I thought about it because this is on the 15-minute and it's an awesome little trend here. Actually, when I took it on the 5-minute. So that's why I took it right there. I took it on this little pullback right here because it hit that 10-day EMA. I could have actually taken it lower with this little hammer candle right there because the volume came in so nicely. So I could have taken it lower. I didn't. I caught it late, but I got the pullback, which was awesome. So yeah, this could have been a better trade setup. I caught it late. This entry right here would have given me an extra 15 cents. Every penny counts. So, but either which way, it was an awesome run up from that. I did get out. Like I said, it's against the trend. And when it's against the trend, you need to be a little more cautious than not. This was a 78-cent gain, which was awesome on 5 calls. So I got $250 profit, especially because I kind of closed out here half of it. So either which way, I could have left it in, as I was saying, because on the 15-minute, it looks awesome. On the 1 hour, it looks, and there's closing bell. On the 1 hour, it's struggling to get above this. So I just went ahead and closed it out. I don't want to hold anything overnight lately because the markets seem to be doing good one day, and then all of a sudden the next day it just comes barreling down like it did today. Yesterday was an awesome day. We hit all-time highs, and last thing I want to do is have another kneel where it completely takes me out. So, all in all, those are the reasons why I didn't take any trades on my small account, I did take this FUBU. On my other account, I also took a QQQ put on my other account. So I did take a put on this one up here. I didn't write it all the way down, which I should have, but like I said, I like taking quick profits when it comes to playing puts, because as you can see, I mean, the market, I'm a perma bull. I want the market to always go up. So if I'm playing the downside, I take quick, small profits because I always want the market to go back up. Does it always? No, but I'd rather take small profits. So that's my day trading for today. Let's see tomorrow. Hopefully we have some good plays tomorrow. It looks like the market does want to kind of go back up. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, see. Kind of hit that little resistance, make this little hammer candle. So I am hoping that the market picks up back tomorrow. If it does, we might have some awesome possible day trades. So that way I can take it with this account and, move that needle up out of $2,500. Possibly, making maybe $250. A $250 gain would be awesome. That's already 10%. If I can make anything above that, even better. So looking at tomorrow. For tomorrow, there's a couple that I'm going to be looking into. One is Ontario Resources. This one has been actually performing really good. I actually found this one out from, when you subscribe someone to your Robinhood or Webull, you get a free stock. I was given this one at $11, and it started moving up, and I was kind of curious about it, and I noticed that it has a nice little uptrend going. So this one has earnings tomorrow afternoon. Definitely going to take a look at that, especially because today was such a bad day. Then there's Facebook. Facebook tomorrow has earnings. Tomorrow is also might have been a good time to buy a dip if earnings are awesome. Then there's Ford. Same thing with Ford. Ford has been doing, it's on this little dip here, just like Facebook is on a rampage. Of course, we have Suncor Energy, which might be doing good also. Let me see here. Yeah. And a lot of these are struggling, so we'll see. Boeing actually has earnings in the morning before market open, so we won't be looking at that. So far, it's Ontario Resources, Facebook, Ford, and Suncor that I may be looking at. Definitely Facebook. I'll definitely be looking at that one, and Ford. Here's the thing. I don't recommend playing over earnings, so if I go into any one of these trades, I will be closing it before earnings are called out, simply because earnings is quite a bit of a gamble, specifically because it can go either or. I mean, even if they have awesome earnings, the stock can still plummet. Case in point, it happened to me with Best Buy. I had several calls for Best Buy. Best Buy was looking like it was on, it was going. I had so much, faith in it skyrocketing. Its earnings, it absolutely crushed its earnings. Its earnings just were a lot better than they had anticipated. However, the stock tanked specifically because they had inventory issues. Because they had inventory issues, a lot of people didn't get their product, and therefore the stock just shut down, and I lost, money on it just because of that, even though earnings was great. So you never know. Never trust earnings. That's the best thing I can tell you. So if I open up as a position in Ontario, Facebook, Ford, or Suncor, I will not be holding after tomorrow. But those are the ones that I have earnings tomorrow afternoon. I will put these on my little list here. I might have definitely Facebook. Ontario is looking quite nice. I don't even know if Ontario has any kind of open interest on these. Let me see here. Does it have options? It does have options. Oh, but they're monthly options. It's going to be tough, guys. We'll see. It does have some good open interest, so might take one of those. Either which way, guys, that's it. Let's see if we take a day trade tomorrow. I'm trying to set up everything so we can do everything live on Twitch, and you can follow me throughout the day. and I'll be talking about what's going on in my mind. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe so we can see what's next. Talk to you guys later.